Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. This one for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Off we go. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Mahomes' throw pulled in by Tate. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And again, it's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here first and goal. Now Mahomes. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeMarcus Robinson. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Tua going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins! challenge is successful. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's the All-Pro Von Miller who came in to belt him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 33 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have When you're running back in the NFL and Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They run again with the fullback Burton. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. 2nd and 10. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Running it with a fullback Burton. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. And here he's got Grant. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. It's a big play there for Miami. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone covering. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. This is caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
They go play action. Now Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Meanwhile, to his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ball Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's got Burton here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. This is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is? It could be for the game the way that things are going right now. I think if it's him, he must be on the field at all times.
A big play there for the Dolphins. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is... And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Trey Burton there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Another carry for Burton. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded just inside the 30. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Butker now to kick this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. L'Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively. On 2nd and 9, Tua. He'll buy some time right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now Tua. Dancing to his left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now it's Mahomes again. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they can't bring him down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now a second down and 6. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 2 yards out. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And going deep for Hill. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. This is going to be caught. It's John Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even starting to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said, the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Second and 15.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes, that is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
And this returnable for Hill.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. This is just more of the same.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watch it. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6.
Well, they've been part of the crew. And we remember
of course, all scoring plays need to be verified. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Mahomes going to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Handoff to the fullback, Burton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this, where that pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Sanders on for the extra point. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. He finds his man complete. It's Burton. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Mahomes now on 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Burton, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kareem Martin drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Michael Pilardi now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in. And how about this, a fake? And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down.
Always enjoy a good fake. I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal, and Tim hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends would be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll set up a throw.
A quick slant to Hill.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Sanders now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, he finds his man, complete. That's Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The fullback comes through with a big play there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes.
7 yards, the pickup there.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Tate. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. One final try from Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over.
And the Dolphins are AFC champs as we say thanks for watching and good night, everybody.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.